hundreds, new friends, new money, new bands, new hundreds.
Yo, Kyle, this shit crazy.
Friends, whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bands, all kinda new hundreds. Hell nah to new friends, whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bands, all kinda new hundreds. Hell nah to new friends, whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bands, all kinda new hundreds. Hell nah to new friends, whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bands, all kinda new hundreds. Yeah, my day ones know I post up, so just come through. If you say nothing, you glow up, she can come too. Can't say nothing when he choked up, so just cut him loose. We stay calm when we froze up, that's what diamonds do. Yeah, new island, stay coasting. Can't find it, stay ghosting. My silence is smoking, outshining the ghosting. Headlining the show then, reclining my throne and fine dining, you know it. Deep diving that, whoa, I'm the ruler, I'm known. All of my shooters stay closed, all of my jewelry cold, all of my Ubers are dope. Lex Luthor my role model, one queen and I throw models. So wet that I need goggles, all business and no drama. Cause all I really need is people commas, and all these low-key cousins this time. Cause all you niggas dogs don't commas, so don't apologize, why? You see them still, nigga, just holler. Cause I'm not real, nigga, just holler. Yeah, just holler. Waiting for my downfall, waiting for my downfall. Hell nah, the new friends, they praying for my downfall. Hell nah, the new friends. Said hell nah, the new friends. Whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bands, all kinda new hundreds. Hell nah to new friends. Whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bands, all kinda new hundreds. Hell nah to new friends. Whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bands, all kinda new hundreds. Hell nah to new friends. Whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bands, all kinda new hundreds. Say what you want, let me know, I'ma throw you bone, then watch you go. You didn't even believe in this shit, you tried it once and then you choke. Cause y'all stay sleeping, I stay woke. Making racks and y'all still broke. Sipping on that Henny Coke, y'all laughing, I ain't telling jokes. That's real talk, and that time that's ticking, that's real clock. You heard that clipping, that's real Glock. Your life is slipping, that's real shock. My wrist is dripping, that's real watch. My crew stay whipping, that's real mock. My clothes stay dripping, that's real swatch. If you ain't gonna dip, you can still watch, that's real talk, my nigga, Like Afro Man rode a coupe de ville, my nigga, Like Sam Crow, but I'm real grim, my nigga, All this cash flow, but I can't swim, my nigga, Out in Buffalo, let's meet at 10s, my nigga, Whole lot of new bands, all kinda new hundreds. Hell nah, the new friends. Whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bands, all kinda new hundreds. Hell nah, the new friends. Waiting for my downfall, waiting for my downfall. Hell nah, the new friends, they praying for my downfall. Hell nah, the new friends. Said hell nah, the new friends. Whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bands, all kinda new hundreds. Hell nah, the new friends. Whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bands, all kinda new hundreds. Hell nah, the new friends. Praying for my downfall, waiting for my downfall. Hell nah, the new friends, they praying for my downfall. Hell nah, the new friends. Said hell nah, the new friends.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. Your fingers are slipping.
Go to the fucking gym.
Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
What's going on, beaches, booshes, busses, hustles, and yahos? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you B-shades. What's going on, fam? Welcome to the show. 3547, thanks for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe live on Rumble and YouTube at The Daily Swole. And of course, you can subscribe and follow over on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get into today's episode. We have a great Swole card. Let's bring that up on the screen. It is, are we in focus? We're kind of in focus. Aww. Gains and tapestries. Gains and tapestries. Now, what does that mean? Oh my goodness. What a great Swole card. What does that mean? What are gains and tapestries? Well, let me educate you on tapestries. We're going to have a nice tapestry push at the beginning of the show for the, for the foreseeable future. All right. Go and check out papaswolio.com. Shameless plug, all about them tapestries, of course. And you can pick yours up over at papaswolio.com because we have many, and dare I say, many tapestries. We got everything you need. Oh yeah.
There are tapestries.
Many tapestries. We'll have many tapestries, and we have everything. We got Girls Just Want to Make Gains. We dropped that new design yesterday during the accountability meeting. We have Quality Lifting Center from last week. We have a Super Swole Bros tapestry. We're adding new tapestries every day because we have so many designs. So in other words, we got flags. We have tapestries, different sizes. Great for any kind of application. So you want to hang things on your wall, you want to hang things on a flagpole, you want to hang in your gym, you want to hang in your bathroom, wherever you want to hang an amazing tapestry. We'll keep your walls warm. We'll keep your house warm, and we'll make sure that you make sick fucking gains with the greatest tapestries in the realm. Papaswolio.com. Look at all those tapestries. I mean, all you can say is wow, really. Wow. That's really all you can say. Look at all that. Bam. Greatest Swoleman today. I am rocking the Greatest Swoleman merch. Brand new merch. Go and check that out from, I guess, a couple weeks ago. Everything's kind of brand new. It feels like it's all brand new because when you go through all the designs, you keep on finding something that you didn't see before. There's just endless, just over and over again, just more. There's just more awesome stuff every day. So let's get into today's episode. We have, speaking of merch, we got some great stuff. We have the Taylor Swift design. What's in the box? Is really making some headway inside the Swole fam. We got this one from Wolf over at Wolf Fitness Palm Bay. We got Go to the Fucking Gym. Look at that design. Great Taylor Swift design. Look at the biceps. Look at the triceps. Look at the brachioradialis. Look at the forearms. You're pumped up. Y'all, you're looking good. Let's get some gorillas. Very nice. Good picture. Thank you for sharing, my guy. Love the Swole fam. Look at that. That's his avatar too. Got the same picture. New shirt alert. Hashtag GTTFG. Hashtag Swole fam. Fucking based. Love it. I love it, dude.
Babe,
looking good.
Just an inch. Good design. Just an inch. It's cold outside.
Underrated, might I say.
What's in the box?
All right, we got the first post from the Swole fam. Join us over at SwoleNormusX.com from the Swolenormus app. Adam writes, Papa Swolio, I started Swole Season's Slingshot Week. Should I focus on heavier weight with fewer reps and sets or lighter weight with increased reps and sets? I read mixed opinions regarding lifting methods, slingshot and or deload weeks. I appreciate any feedback or guidance. It's really going to be, for that program in Swole Season, it's really what you need at that time. So It really depends on where you feel like you're at. So when it comes to the different programs inside Swolenormous X, and we break all this down, we have master classes, and of course, Adam's doing exactly what he should be. If you have a question and you're a member, this is exactly where to post it. I want to reiterate that again. Sure, you can catch a live stream, but sometimes you can't catch it live. Maybe you show up late and you can't ask the question live. You can post it up in the Telegram chat, but our Telegram chat is great, but it's a rolling conversation, so people sometimes don't scroll all the way back up. But the community section of the Swolenormous app is a feed. So if you have a post, you want to share a meal, you want to ask a question, you want to show a progress picture or video, you post it up in the community section and we're able to see it. And of course, we address it regularly. We'll address it for sure on the show, and then people, myself, will go inside the app and address it there as well. So that's where you want to ask questions, introduce yourself, all that kind of stuff. The community section is fire. You guys are using it wonderfully. Just want to reiterate that. And when it comes to, for example, Maximum Swole is more of an advanced program where you customize, and I'll get back to Swole season, but where you customize and you adjust based on your experience and what you need. Usually that is education from the 90-day dash and Swole season and previous programs. So Maximum Swole, and how many of you are doing Maximum Swole? That's usually what you do once you complete the other programs, and then, or do a bunch of the other programs and figure out, okay, what kind of training you like, and then you have the resources to customize, to manage fatigue. It's just a little bit more of an advanced process. When it comes to Swole season 90-day dash, we have these, for example, deload / slingshot weeks. And these are there because most people don't realize what overtraining or under recovery feels like. So I am personally at this point not necessarily a fan of deload or slingshot if your programming is proper. So if you do this, do the program as designed. When you do a deload or when you do a slingshot, what it's going to do is the shift in the volume, the shift in the exercise selection, the shift in the rep schemes, whatever it prescribes for you, you are going to experience whether or not you see performance improvements, you feel better. Wow, I feel so much more recovered. If that's the case, then the volume and or the intensity of what you were doing was a little bit on the high side, because you really don't want to maintain something long-term that you're going to have to deload from. A lot of people have to take a week off or 2 weeks off. They feel drained and wiped out. You want to create something, or you want to figure out what those warning signs are before you actually need to pull back so you can make more consistent progress. So rather than beat the shit up out of yourself for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, or 12 weeks plus, and then have to take a couple of weeks or a month off, which is ridiculous, you actually manage your intensity and volume regularly so you never have to take time off, and you integrate it into your life. So what those slingshot and deload weeks are, it's your opportunity to see what you need. Maybe you need to pivot a little bit. How are you feeling? What are you doing? What aspect of the program are you actually in? So that's very important to recognize how you feel, and having it prescribed in a program with a slingshot week, with a deload week, whatever you want to call it, depending on the program, you actually get that experience. Oh, this is what it's like to do the program or do this kind of training, and then pull back and then see how you feel. And you're testing different types of recovery and different types of training and different types of intensity and periods and periodization. And then it gets you a little bit more information as to how your body individually functions. And then you take that information as you go into Maximum Swole, and then you're able to understand how much you can handle, because everyone's going to be different. How much I can handle with how much I train, with what exercise I use, with X, Y, and Z I was talking about yesterday, based on the season, because I train outside my gym. I have stuff inside, I have stuff outside. So if it's very hot, it's 95 degrees, it's cooking, obviously it's going to be more exhausting and draining and more of a suck than, for example, now when it's nice and it's like 60, 70 degrees and it's sunny, it's not as humid, not drenched with sweat. I'm not, training in a swimming pool essentially. So you have to adjust your programming, your exercise selection, how long you train, maybe you're split based on the season that you're in, based on whatever your schedule is. And then you're able to manage this. And bottom line, when you experience these types of weeks, you're able to catch that kind of fatigue. If you feel a lot better from doing a slingshot or a deload, you're able to take that information and understand what those warning signs are in the future. That way you can pull back and give yourself that recovery on a regular basis during your program so you don't burn out. Because the whole point is you don't want to beat yourself into the ground where you, I have to take so much time off. No, you can actually give yourself more recovery in your program and stay consistent and never have to take that time off and just be regular on a week-to-week basis. So it's really important to understand what those limits are, and that's what it can tell you. So how are you feeling in the program? And that can give us a little bit more insight. So a little bit more details as to what you're doing, what your goals are. Obviously, it's Swole season, but where you're at in the program, how everything is going for you will determine specifically for you what you should do. So if you feel great, you can push through, and then it could be a learning experience. Maybe you realize once you get in, if you're not seeing strength improvements, if you're not seeing that increase, then you have to adjust some of the aspects of the program, whether it's the volume, whether it's the slingshot, whether it's your pacing. Those things need to be addressed. So you want to be getting stronger, you want to be building muscle, and then your progress physically and your performance will gauge whether or not you should be taking that slingshot week or adjusting your programming in the regular in the regular weeks, in the regular programming, not just the slingshot. Hopefully that gives you some insights, and follow up in that post, please. Daniel says, when I stay the night at my girlfriend's and my gym is on the complete opposite side of the city, some resistance bands and Swollen 7, no problem. The training never stops. He says, I always keep my bands here at her house, so I always can make sick fucking gains. Hashtag GTTFG. The gains never sleep. Daniel's getting it done. When Daniel travels to the other side of the city to get a little plow town, he brings his bands, and there you go. When Danny's over at his girlfriend's house, it's just more cardio. It's more cardio. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because emotional, damn it.
That's right. Daniel's just laying it down, getting rid of that hair dye. You know what I'm saying? Good job, Danny. Good job. Golf clap. We're proud of you.
And that's the way, I
Get
like
it.
it.
Good man.
Sunshine,
Good man. All right. Good man. It's time. Who's ready? How many of you smuggle equipment at your family's place or places that you frequent? Do you do that? Jen says, I keep kettlebells and my parents hiding out by the couch. Yeah, just kind of leave a couple things. That's smart. If you're over there, you can do some swings. You can do some mobility. You can do some windmills. You can do a lot of stuff with a light kettlebell or a couple kettlebells. Kettlebells are great. Kettlebells are great, especially if you're traveling. You don't have a lot of space. Let's say you do road trips or something like that. You could easily, as a guy or anyone, you can put a 35-pound kettlebell, just keep it in your trunk or in the back seat of your car or your truck or something like that. Bring a club and a kettlebell, and or bands. There's a lot of great equipment that you can use and you could bring, just so you could at least get some mobility or some corrective exercise or get a little pump and stuff, just to kind of keep the juice flowing when you're traveling. Maybe you're going a trip and you're only going to be able to make it to an actual gym once for a day pass. Maybe you plan on doing that. And then the other days you could swing a little bit, do some yoga and stuff like that. So very cool. Very cool. All right, here we go. It's time for drum roll, please. You know the deal. It's time for Rate My Meal. All right, here we go. Rate my meal. I shall rate it, and I shall rate it harshly. Boyd, we got some broccoli. We got some beef. Looks like chicken. We got some meal prep. It says, what does it say? Chicken and rice, 93% ground beef, sweet potato, mixed vegetables. All right. Boyd's got the meal prep. It's good. I'm being much more accepting. I'm being much more accepting. I'm trying to be much more progressive with my Rate My Meal. No?
Come on, man.
All right. Did you know we have tapestries? papaswole.com. Chris, we got asparagus. Okay. Up to you. And we got a steak. All right. I'm liking the mains. I like it. Okay. I like it. You got steak. I'm happy with it. I'm not gonna be too nitpicky. I'm still gonna call out certain things like paper plates. Get rid of those paper plates, JM. You got a beautiful steak. Looks like you got potatoes and stuff. Do not eat off that wax shit. Do not use these paper plates. Please get yourself a fucking plate. Get yourself a plate. Do not be eating off that shit. You are eating plastic and wax and crap. Do not put hot food or any kind of food on those paper plates. Okay. But good stuff with the meat. A lot of steak today. Look at this. Get yourself a block like this dude. Like Mike Williams, New York Strip, bacon wrapped Dove poppers. I don't know what the fuck a Dove popper is, but I like bacon and I like steak. I approve. It's a slippery slope. Next thing you know, you'll be clapping to kale shakes. No, I will not. I will not. I'm still going to go hard on that stuff. All right. I don't know what the Dove Poppers is. Is that like pepperoncinis or something in there? Whatever. Bacon. If you put bacon on it, it's acceptable. You could always unwrap and just take the bacon off and eat it. And the steak. All right. I'll take that. I'll take it. I'll eat with you. What a great rate my meal today. What a great day. What a great day. Swole team is like, let's make him happy today. Roy, we got, never mind. I thought there was steak on that. I thought there was steak on there.
What the fuck is that?
Your soft, flat triangle that the world never.
Roy
zooms
has a
in on.
laughing emoji. And what am I looking at? Mango chutney. What the fuck are you eating, dude? All right, grapes and cheese. We got a charcuterie board. We got a charcuterie board. I have some concerns about the cheese that you're eating. All right, I'm just gonna put that on the screen right there. Okay, just gonna leave that there. I'm just gonna leave that there, and you tell me if that should be going in your mouth. You tell me. What is that? What is that? What the fuck is that, dude? You're eating asphalt. That's asphalt. They must have been filling in some potholes outside your house, and you're like, hey, can you guys just sprinkle a little bit of this on my charcuterie board? That looks literally like it looks like concrete. It looks like the extra asphalt when they fill in a pothole, just kind of like the crumbs that they leave. What the fuck? I know cheese can be looking pretty gnarly when they make it, but yeah, there's a lot of questionable. I see some mozzarella. I see that. I see the mozzarella. I see some of this other cheese in the middle. I don't know what the fuck that is. Some of those things, those cheeses, my tongue is like burning looking at that. Because some of that is probably like Parmesan or Reggiano or something. I know. I don't mind cheese. I don't mind cheese or raw cheese. Some of these really fancy cheeses are just kind of like, I'm not really into all the eccentric cheeses. They have this fancy, look at this mold. And I just like some raw cheddar. Like, I like to keep it simple. That black one looks gross. And I'm sure it tastes decent. I'm just trying to be nice. But man, all right, that's a snack. You must be hosting and you're like, hey, we don't want people really eating our food. So let's put this board out. And people will be like, oh, thanks. Who's going to want to hang out with you if you serve them that? I'm just kidding. It looks like something from The Walking Dead. They harvested one of the zombies. They're like, let's just eat some of their zombie flesh. And it looks like black cheese. All right. Hope you enjoyed your charcuterie board, Roy. Thanks for sharing. Really appreciate that. All right. Last one here. Thank God.
What's in the box?
We're off to a good start. We were rolling. We're rolling. But if you keep the cameras rolling. Valerie Bryson, eggs beater and cheese omelet. All right. Is that a plastic plate? It looks like a Tupperware top. Anyway, get yourself a real plate. Eggs beater. I think you should be getting some better quality eggs, in my opinion, but you're eating eggs, good. Go to a local farmer's market, corn, soy-free eggs. Please focus on the quality, but eggs omelet, no. I have to take what I can get. I have to take what I can get because if that's what I'm getting, we gotta deal with it, fam. I can't. I have to approve eggs. Like it's good. It's a great start. Could be worse. We all know that. All right. Drop your questions in the comments. Coffee break.
Absolutely drunk.
Oh yeah. Tastes delicious. That was good coffee. Mr. Rufus Tainty Boy. Mr. Tainty Boy. Aww. Get you in focus, my guy. Hashtag Gaines Pinkston. Don't ruin the card. That's not nice. Gaines and tapestries. Gaines and
This is
tapestries.
a castle, isn't it? There are tapestries.
We have many tapestries.
We have many tapestries. And that's really what I want to reiterate. if you get one thing from the show, if you're new to listening and watching the show, one thing is that we just don't have tapestries. We have many tapestries. And I just can't explain it if you're new here. You just have to understand how important that is. And it's very important to the Swole fam. We really do hold that near and dear to our heart.
What's in the
All right,
box?
questions. Let's go. Drop it in the chat if you have live questions. Jack Kozer. Jack Kozer. You're such a hooser. Let's see. I am overweight and looking to get in better shape. Would cardio be a good starting point? No, it would not. And I'm going to give you, not for Jack. No, it would not be a good start. Is cardio good? Yes. Should you have cardiovascular capacity? Is VO2 max important? Yes. However, if you want to radically change your health and you want to move the needle the most, you want to focus on lifting weights. You can add in cardio. You can always improve your VO2 max. It's something that you should be working on, high intensity, doing it a couple times a week, just really pushing yourself, high intensity interval. But you really need to be focusing on lifting weights. Focus on lifting weights. Focus on being lean mass. If you start focusing on cardio, you're going to stay skinny fat and you're going to hit a wall. It's not where you should start. I don't really know why that keeps on perpetuating. Like, your name is Jack. You're a dude. I mean, I want to get in better shape. Should I just start doing cardio? No. Do you want to look like a skinny little bitch? Lift heavy fucking weights. Stop with the cardio. Stop with the cardio. And it's not that cardio is not important, but man, if I can get one thing across to people, is to lift heavy weights, build muscle. It's so hard to build muscle. Focus on that. Yeah, sprinkle in the cardio, but focus on muscle. It's the most important thing. It's the most important thing. And you can do cardio. I don't care if you like to run, then go run, but make sure that it complements and you're focusing on weights. I don't care if you like to do, I like to do VersaClimber now and again. Doesn't matter. It needs to be focused on my weights. So if my weights are not moving forward, I'm not going to exhaust myself with tons of cardio on off days. Make sure that it complements your training. Not the other way around. Don't do tons of cardio and then try to do the weights. You're going to drain yourself and not make progress. Focus on the weights and sprinkle in that high intensity, like interval cardio. Focus on the weights. Let everything else complement the weights. If the weights aren't moving forward, if you're not progressively overloading, if you don't have that locked down, make sure everything else in your life and your training revolves around getting that locked in. I'm telling you, how many of you do what I'm saying and see the results and see the difference? How many of you used to do a ton of cardio and then you came across the Daily Swole, you joined the Swole fam, all that stuff, and you shifted to weights? Not that you ignore cardio, you do nothing, but how many of you have seen the changes that you've wanted to see from the lifting weights? I'm telling you, focus on that. Focus on that. There's a reason why cardio is not a component of the 7 pillars. Okay. So I go hard on the cardio stuff just because people are like, they bow at the altar of cardio, and you have to stop with that shit. I was talking to my dental hygienist, and she teaches some fitness classes too. And she just got a different, she just changed, or she went to a different gym. She was just saying how she did an audition for a really popular top of the line gym that they're opening up. And she's going to be teaching some fitness classes there, and she's a beast. And she was saying how the studios, because she does tons of stuff. She does like cardio, kickboxing. She does all the kind of stuff, and Pilates and yoga and, you know, body boot camp stuff. Like, she does all those group exercise classes. And she says that the new gyms now, they don't even have spinning rooms. So gyms are moving away from spinning. Pilates is like the new craze in a lot of these gyms. So you don't see these rooms with 1,000 bikes anymore, probably because, you know, it doesn't work that great. People, you know, you have some spinning studios that are focusing on that, but you have maybe like the hip hop ones. You know, people just want to go to a dance party. And I think the spinning classes are just burned out because people realize that they just exhaust themselves and they lose interest in it. So apparently Pilates is like the newer craze that's going on. But anyway, yeah, it's just it's a shift. It's a shift. More and more people are realizing, oh, lifting weights is the way. And Pilates, like, you know, weighted stretching or mat Pilates, it's like, you know, it's a lot of stuff that people focus on rather than lifting weights. So especially with like females, women tend to find all these random weird little things to do aside from lifting heavy weights, because people want to be stimulated. People just want to be told what to do and to do, oh, this is fun. It's hard, but it's not that bad. Anything but lifting heavy fucking weights. I don't know why there's like the avoidance of lifting heavy weights, but you might be more slender, and you might be like, wow, like my figure, but then you're going to have poor bone density. You don't want to be slender and frail and do a lot of Pilates and be thin. You're going to have osteoporosis and all these fucking issues if you don't do resistance training. I know some Pilates does some resistance, but it's not the same as heavy strength training. It's not the same as axial loading. It's not the same. It's not the same as squats or Bulgarian split squats, pulsing and holding a lunge. It's not the same. It's not the same. So don't get it twisted. Lift some heavy weights. You're going to regret it if you don't. Josh W, 2198. Papa Soli, is working out to failure a great way to build up strength? It is the only way. And I'm going to extrapolate that a little bit. When I say the only way, I'm going to change that to is working out towards failure, because training till absolute failure, there's really no absolute failure. There's failure and there's not. So either you can do the rep or you can't. And if you can't do the rep, that's failure. It's that simple. So you have to go close to failure. Proximity to failure is the game. And depending on how close you go to failure will determine your volume and your frequency and so on and so forth. You're not going to build up strength if you're not going close to failure. And that doesn't mean that. And I think that people really hurt themselves and burn themselves out because they go to failure every set. I do not. I'll usually do anything between 0 and 2 RIR, reps and reserve. So usually I'll do 0 to 1, where maybe I can get another rep or maybe I couldn't. So that's either 0 or 1 reps in reserve. Sometimes I'll have 2 reps in reserve, but it really depends on the exercise. It depends on the totality of my workout, and it also depends on my overall programming. So it's really important to understand is that it's not about the single workout. So people will do 10 sets and they'll go to failure for 10 sets. Well, guess what? If you're training tomorrow, you're fucking tomorrow's workout. You're fucking yourself up tomorrow. If you're training 2 days in a row or whatever else your schedule is, if you have another 10 sets you're doing tomorrow for a different body part, you think you're going to train to failure again tomorrow. And then you think you're going to do another workout the next day and you're going to do another 10 or 12 sets or whatever to failure. You're not going to be making progress quickly. You're going to hit that wall very quickly. So it's very important to understand what failure is, and that last rep or two, it's very important to understand what sets you're doing that on, what exercise you're doing that on, and how often you're doing it. Because if you're going to failure for every set, that's a quick way to not make progress if you're not recovering properly. So you have to be very mindful of the volume when you're going to literal failure. So it's the only way. The only way is to build muscle is to push close to failure. How close to failure and how much volume and X, Y, and Z, that all depends. Carter Thatcher. Papa Swole. What's your favorite movie? I don't have a favorite movie, but I like movies. We recently watched the Lord of the Rings again. Awesome. I know some of you have seen them in theaters. I know they released it for the 25th anniversary. I didn't even know, but we watched that. I showed Mama Swole. She never saw the Hobbit movies. They're okay. They're better than I remember them, but still, they're all right. It starts off really good, and then the last movie, it's all right. It's okay. It's okay. But they're fun. The Hobbit was a little bit more childish anyway in terms of a book, but Lord of the Rings is goated. Last night, guess what? I haven't seen this in forever. I forgot how good it was. You want to see an awesome movie? If you love 80s movies and you like satires and stuff, go watch with Kurt Russell, Big Trouble in Little China. I haven't seen that in forever, and Mama Soul, you never saw it. Oh, it is a fever dream, the entire movie. What a fucking great movie. If you like action and ninjas and sorcery and Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings and satire, oh, it's fucking great. What a great movie. What a great movie. I'd say it's underrated, but no, it has 5 stars. Fucking hilarious. It's so funny. There's so many parts where the guy's like, and he holds it for so long on his face. He's like, it's fucking great. What I appreciate about that movie is that at every moment of the movie, you never know what's going to happen next. That's one movie where you just watch, you let the movie happen to you. You have no idea what's going to happen next. Of everything that's going on, you're like, I have no idea what's going to happen next. Every single time something happened, I'm like, yeah, I never would have expected that. That doesn't make sense. That's ridiculous. What the fuck is happening? It's so funny. So funny. I wouldn't say it's my favorite movie. We just watched it, but man, is that a great, great movie. Big Trouble in Little China. If you want to laugh your ass off, go watch that. It's a satire, so just treat it exactly the way it's supposed to be, and it's fucking great. All right. Graveline Damien. Let's see. What's a good way to push yourself further? We're still taking questions. Yeah, it's a great movie. It's like 1986, so it's like 80s cheesy, bad special effects, but it's making fun of action genres. Oh God, it's so funny. It's so funny. It's so funny. So funny. It's really a great satire. So if you watch it at the beginning, I forgot, and I'm like, holy shit, this movie's, at first you might, if you look at it and you're expecting it to be like a good movie in terms of that sense, you're like, oh, this is so cheesy and bad, the acting. Then you realize, oh, it's a satire. Yeah. If you understand, I'm sure some people are like, what? No, it's great. You watch it. It's just so consistent the whole way through. The little pause in the dialogue. Oh, it's great. It's so good. So good. Yeah. Watch it. What's a good way to push yourself further after a long day at a labor job? More sleep. Well, you got to sleep. I will say that if you have a labor job, and I've had those too and trained and stuff like that, it's hard because at the end of a long day, yeah, you're going to be fucking wiped out. So when it comes to working physically and you prioritize, if you're prioritizing your health, if you're prioritizing your gains, right? Then you need to be training first. And I know sometimes when you're doing labor jobs, you're up at like 4, 5, 6 a.m., but we have people that train at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I'm not saying it's easy, but if you really want to take care of your shit, train first. It'll give you more energy throughout the entire day. I think a lot of people think if they have a physical job, they're going to train and then be incapacitated. But if you're training if you're not going to absolute failure, like if you're doing physical job, but you do a leg day first, you don't have to do 30 sets of leg extensions. You can do a couple sets per body part, train hard, and then go to work, and you're going to have that strength. You're going to feel great. It's going to activate all the muscles. You got that out of your system. You're not so fatigued you can't bend down and move. You just have to be mindful as to what you're doing. Maybe you do legs on an off day, and then you're not training, you're not doing physical labor the rest of that day, or you schedule it differently, but you can work that out. All right. Cool. I just know that whenever I had long days at work, even when it's physical, you think that you would train and be wiped out. You think that you wouldn't have any strength. You think that you wouldn't be able to like execute the movements or something, but it's not the truth. It's not the truth. If you train first, you're going to have more energy throughout the entire day. I used to do that. I used to train at 5, 6 a.m., go to work for like 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, whatever it was. You just feel great all day. I mean, look, you do an upper body day and you're at work and you just feel like your arms are pumped and your shoulder, you feel great. Yeah, maybe you feel like, oh, I feel a little sore. I had a great workout today. Plus the whole entire day, you feel great that you got your stuff in first. And there's nothing like going through your day with a nice pump and you feel like you invested in yourself and you have those endorphins and you feel awesome. Plus it keeps you on your nutrition too. You got up early. If you scheduled properly the day before, you got good sleep, you got up at 4 a.m., you trained for an hour and a half, you showered, you went to work, you're not going to stuff your face with garbage all day. You're actually going to stay on. You're going to eat the meals that you prepared or whatever it is, because you're not going to waste all that effort. So it really locks everything else in together. Look at these pictures. Look at that. Look at this guy. He just exploded. Kurt Russell, the GOAT. The GOAT. What a great movie. Big Trouble in Little China. It's so funny because it makes fun of like, it makes so much fun of like, American culture and Asian culture. It's very much like Big Trouble in Little China is like a combination of Goonies, Lord of the Rings, Willow, Harry Potter. It's like a mix of all these movies. It's so good. So good. What's Up, Tiger Lily? Almost. That reminds me of a little bit too. That's a little more niche. I don't know how many of you know that movie. All right. Mr. Mohant. Pampaswolio, can we do exercise on Sunday? Like no rest day, 7-day workout? Is it possible, or can you say good for us?
Lieutenant Dan.
Can we do exercise on Sunday? Yeah. Yeah. Like no rest day, 7-day workout. No, you need recovery days. So we use the term like recovery, but there really is no active recovery. This is why I've always said, if you're doing yoga on a recovery day, any kind of physical activity is going to affect. I'm not saying it's going to negatively affect or positively affect, but it's going to affect your recovery for your next weight training session. So if you're training every other day and you're doing intense cardio or stuff, or doing 7-hour hikes on the off days, it's going to negatively affect your training. It's not active recovery. The only thing that helps you recover is time. So you could foam roll and sauna and cold plunge and do some cardio and go play basketball, but it's physical fatigue. So whatever you do needs to be mentally stimulating, relaxing. The reason why I would use the term active recovery is really just for your mental health, for lowering stress. So active recovery meaning going for a walk. It's not physically draining. If you're going for a walk, you're like, no, you're walking, you're enjoying the day with your dog. It's beautiful out, or it's cold, maybe, whatever, but you're walking and it's lowering your stress. So that's active recovery. Or you go in the sauna, or you go in the cold plunge, or you just do a little club swinging. You're not doing stuff that's intense. If you're doing intense cardio or something, that's a training day. So it's not helping you recover for your weight training the next day. So you have to be careful with the intensity and where you stack them and how your training is going. If you do it once in a while on an off day, you might get away with it because you might still be recovering enough. But if you find that you're not seeing progress with your weight training, you need to stack the cardio or adjust the frequency or adjust the intensity or whatever you're doing to fit in your program. Bottom line, you have to have a priority. You have to have a priority. You have to have a priority when it comes to your training and then revolve everything around that. And then if it's fueling that, if it's benefiting your training, if it's benefiting, I'm making progress, I'm seeing strength, I'm seeing this, cool, keep it up. If it starts not, adjust it a little bit, tweak it. And the whole point about the slingshot week and the recovery weeks and observing these things is knowing, okay, these are the signs. Hey, I didn't hit this rep. I felt a little bit drained. I felt a little bit off. Okay, let me pull back. You don't want to make massive changes, but you'll get to the point, and this is where I'm at right now, where like you tweak something. You just pull back one set here. You just leave one set off or one rep off, or you adjust this here and you tweak as you go through, and you can catch these things before they become, oh my God, I'm injured, or oh, I'm so wiped out. You're able to take an extra recovery day or just the volume or the frequency on the fly, and then you avoid these issues. You never have to take tons of time off. You mitigate injury risk and all that stuff. All right, last question. Any other questions? Last chance for the live, and then we'll get into some balls deep. Antoine Duval, 2003. How to create a training routine. Well, there's many ways. I would recommend the simplest answer because you asked, and this is the greatest mancast in the realm. Join the Swole fam over at swolenormousx.com. If you want to learn how to create a training routine, listen to the podcast, piece it together, you could go on Instagram and YouTube and Google and search endlessly, or you could join the fam for one low price, get access to everything that we have, all of our programs, all of our yoga, all of our master classes. We're always adding new content. And of course, you have the Swole fam. And how many people do a live stream daily and answer questions for you, making sure that we're always in the community, having everything you need, the engagement. We're all plugged in, so we're here for you. Join us. By the way, a reminder, yesterday we dropped new merch. Girls just wanna make gains. Oh, girls, they wanna make. That's what they really want. Check it out. Talk about 80s movies. Girls just want to make gains. Yeah, new merch every week. My God. Fantastic. Get the app. Join us. Candyman, do I play any card games? No, I don't. I played Magic when I was like 11. Should I make a gym trading card game? You put down kale. You have to tap the mana. Should I make like a Magic card game where you have the green ones? It's like vegetables. You could be vegetables. It could be different foods, right? Then you have like the red deck. You put down the red meat. You put down bison. Ooh, I have the bison card. You have to tap the land, right? Regenerative agriculture, right? You have to tap it. Tap that shit. Funny. Mark says, show me someone that drops new releases every single week. I'll wait. We'll both wait. How many people are dropping new tapestries every week? Not only do we drop new merch, we're just dropping tapestries. We're making it rain on those tapestries. Making it rain. We kind of do have Swole Enormous trading cards. They're right here. We technically do have should we do that? We should have that. We should have you guys get to trade the cards. I mean, we got certain ones, right? We got the number on the back and all that. We got Swole Enormous trading cards. We do. We have them already. We have them already, don't we? All right, fam. Here we go. Let's do it.
That's deep.
All right, here we go. Let's rock this shit out. Let's see what we got here. All right. Well, if there's any other questions that come in at the buzzer, Papa is cornering the tapestry market. I think it's really an untapped resource. I think there's a lot of people out there that really don't see the white space. Everything's going AI. Everyone's worried about supply chains and precious metals and stuff like that. Tapestries are wide open. Seriously, it's because no one has, who castles anymore? Who has castles anymore? Most people don't. All right. Most people don't have castles, or they don't see their abode. You don't see your apartment or your house as a castle. Oh, it is a castle. And you have no tapestries. So if you want to make your house into a palace, if you want to make your house into a castle, you can't do it without a tapestry. So get your shit together. It's 2026. Where are the tapestries? You might not have any. We have many. papaswolio.com. Damn right, I'm hitting that again.
This is a castle, isn't it? There are tapestries.
We have many tapestries.
I don't think I could hit that enough. I think is that everyone's favorite soundboard now? It's really an amazing soundboard. I don't think it can be beat. All right. I love the titles. These just keep on getting worse. Oh, God. Oh, yes. Okay, nice. Okay. Let's do the shortest one first. I don't know. I'm going to let you guys choose it. Pick a number 1 through 5. Get a tapestry. I need to get the Gandalf. Get a tapestry, you fools. Buy a tapestry, you fools. And we got main gains. Main gains and scalp seed. Got them right here. And this is actually the old bottle because we have the pump top now for the main gains, but I put these in all the time. My beard has been growing because I get it cleaned up and trimmed every 2 weeks. And I use scalp seed to massage, my scalp. I put this, I drip this in like the base of my beard and I rub it into with the scalp seed and the main gains. Every time I go now, the past couple months, the 2 weeks, like it's just so much more thick than it ever has been, which is wild, but so fluffy, so fluffy. It's getting a little bit poofy getting that cleaned up on this week. So, all right, let's go Sterling. This one's called Trump Stole My Food Stamps. What's in the box? He stole them. Can you steal something that, do you deserve them? Let's listen to the videos. Let's check it out.
I'm pissed off. Donald Trump stole my food stamps, and I'm not happy at all. Currently, we were getting like $800 a month in food stamps, and that helped us a lot. And then he caught on that I been making some money on TikTok, and basically they sent me an email, and they're like, you can't get it anymore. You're making too much. He
caught on. Yeah, I think Trump is just watching your account like, yeah. Yep. She's making money on TikTok. This isn't Trump. Like, Trump didn't do it. The IRS is a piece of shit.
Money, and now I make too much money. It's kind of stupid to me because, like, it doesn't matter what I make on this stupid little app. I'm still not making enough to have $800 in food stamps. I think I deserve it. Like,
the whole point is I think, without knowing her individual, that's good news if you're making some money. The whole point of helping someone get back on their feet until you get a job or you can make the money. This isn't like a freebie. You shouldn't be getting handouts. You're healthy enough to work. You're making money. That's a good thing. You don't want food stamps. You shouldn't be trying to suckle off the government. That shouldn't be a thing.
And then to make matters worse, he of course had to take my housing too. So now we have to pay out of pocket for our house. So this is ridiculous. Like, my daughter stopped paying me half of her check because of her stepdad. Now I have to pay rent, and I don't get my $800 a month in food stamps.
What?
This is seriously my 13th reason why. And no, I don't want any of your opinions.
Well, then don't post it online, so you're going to get a whole fucking fistful of my opinions. Your daughter stopped giving... There's a lot here. And the step... Okay, it got really out of control. It escalated quickly towards the end. Anyway, so... Oh my God, you have to pay for housing? How many of you have to pay for housing? That's ridiculous. You have to pay for things? Oh my God. My God. My God. Oh my God, I got to pay for things. Yep. Things cost money. It is true. I don't even know what to say to this. Like, oh my God. I got to pay for things now? Yeah. The fact that you weren't is just... No one here cares at all. Like, okay, we all have to pay for bills too, so welcome. Thank you. All right, let's do another one. Anyone else? Let's see. Riley thinks she should suck more dick. Jen says this bitch. Mark says you were taking money from your kid. Cerny says welcome to life, bitch. What a loser. Yeah, all right. Swole fam has spoken. The Swole fam has spoken, indeed.
Emotional, damn it!
People.
What do you mean, you people?
All right, let's do another one. I'll pick this one. You guys can pick one or two. Pick a number 1 or 2. Let's see. PK says 100% funded for healthy food, maybe only for like 3 months max. After that, they should reduce until 0. People will definitely have to find a way to make money for food if that happens. It's not permanent. I think if someone loses their job or they get fired, I think we should have... The problem is all the money that's taken out of paychecks and stuff for taxes, it's such a scam. Putting money in for Social Security, it's such a fucking scam. If you took that money, ever since you started working, I'm thinking back, my entire life, all the paychecks that I used to get for different jobs, ever since I was like fucking like 11 or 12. If you just took that percentage or whatever it was, $100 or $200, you get a check for 800 and you have to pay 175 or whatever it is. If that just went into like an index fund or something, that just went into like a 401k or whatever you want to do with it, or Roth, people would be well off. And the whole point is to make sure that you're not well off. Give the money to the state, and then they're going to give you a pittance at the end of your life, and it's going to be devalued to shit. So it's a fucking scam. Absolute scam. Absolute scam. All right, let's do this one. This one's called
What's in the box?
Quitting Job. Quitting Job.
So I'm going to quit my job on Monday. And granted, this is something I cannot afford to do.
Maybe you shouldn't do it. I'm going to quit my job. This is something I definitely can't afford to do. That's it. That's the video. Then don't do it. Oh boy. Here we go. This is a terrible decision, but I'm going to do it. No sympathies. So far, no sympathy. Let's see what we got here. Jesus.
So I'm going to quit my job on Monday. And granted, this is something I cannot afford to do. And it's also a job that I fucking love. I love this job so much, and it's going to break my heart.
Don't do it.
The owner of this place that I work, she supports Donald Trump and ICE. And
good.
Refuses to back down on it. She voted, and I've just been holding my tongue so bad because I love this job, and obviously I need the money. What the fuck am I going to do? I don't know, but I have to quit my job.
This is so good for the job. This is so good for the job. Look, the problem solves itself. You don't want, the job doesn't want this person, so I don't care about her. The small business, that's great. Get a better employee. This person sucks. You don't want her working for you. Good. This is good. This is great news.
Going to document it. I'm going to record it.
Why?
And post it. And it's going to be awful. But I refuse to look back on this time in history and say that I didn't do every single thing I can to not support anyone who supports this. I have to be on the right side of the history books, and I can't. Oh my God.
You're not on the right side. Trying to supporting child rapists and murderers and criminals. Yeah, that's not the right side of history there, champ. So we wish you the worst because you obviously don't make good decisions. So, all right. Bye-bye. Have fun with that. Cool. Man, I hope her job, it doesn't matter if her job sees that. Cool. There's a job opening at an awesome place, apparently. So anyone who's not retarded, you can apply. See what I mean? That dumb bitch from the first video, she could apply for that job. But then she'd complain about something. Excellent. Excellent. Cool. No one cares. All right. This one's called Evolution. Let's keep on going. We do have a funny one.
What's in the box?
At least one. I think it's only, I think we got one, but it'll save it. It'll save it. It's a good one. Evolution.
Trans people are God's most evolved creations. Trans people are God's most evolved creations.
I love that because that means men are awesome. That's right. That's right. Trans people are so evolved. They have a dick. You could be a woman with a dick. That's how you make, you know what? How we would make women. This is the crazy thing. And I'm talking about liberal, retarded women, not the Swole fam, not the Swole sluts. But you have men that are like, you know what? We just made women better. We gave them a penis. And women are, and liberal women are like, yeah, they're so much more women because they're not women. But then when they pretend to be women, they have all the benefits of being a man, but they're still choosing to be a woman. They're so much more woman than I am because they're choosing it. I didn't choose it. They're choosing it. What? You know what would make women even better if they had penises? Yeah, that would make it better. They're so evolved, they grew a penis back. So we finally have women that don't have penises, and we like vagina as men. We do like that. We like reproducing. We like vagina. But I'll tell you what, that's one thing that I was missing. Every time I would be with a woman, I'm like, why doesn't this woman be so much better if it had a penis? I could really go for a penis right now. I don't know why. I keep on expecting a cock, and I'm just like, it's just, I get down there, there's nothing there. You know, I get down there, it's like, I don't need fucking two holes. Just, why isn't this front hole pointy? I want a dick. Can we have like a huge cock instead of, it's frustrating. I'm still waiting. I still keep checking Mama Swole, no dick. No dick. It's just every time it's just disappointing. I'm like, maybe today's the day. No penis. Damn. Always bummed out. It's rough. It's rough for people out there these days, you know? Let's make women great again. Give them dicks.
Trans people are God's most evolved creations. Trans people are God's most evolved creations. Trans people represent a fast fucking evolution in the human experience. They represent a profound knowingness that you are going to radically love yourself and be yourself. It's actually amazing, and that's why it's a threat to people, and that's why it's so misunderstood, because a lot of us on earth are not fully being ourselves and not fully living present in life, and trans people are reflecting that in many ways. To know, have this profound feeling of knowingness is such a superpower that deserves to be held up and loved by people. And that's how I feel today, and that's what I want you to know. And sorry if it's corny, but it's true.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
All right. That's it. That's it for that one. There's nothing redeemable about that. I have nothing to say aside from just what it said. Yeah, I agree. Jen says that voice like nails on a chalkboard. Good Lord. You know, if you just say it over and over again, just because you say it a bunch of times doesn't make it true. All right, we got another one. We're just running a train on these. These are brutal, but we have one more absolute insane video. And I just feel like we're going extra deep. I feel like 2026 is the year of the deep, but then we also bring it back up, right? What goes down must come back up. So as long as we have something like a nice high point and then boom, we end it with a throwback, we're good.
What's in the box?
This one's called Men Are Terrified. Yeah, I'm terrified. Every time you meet a girl, maybe she has a penis. I don't have to deal with that. I'm so fortunate that I found one of the few women remaining that don't have dicks. Really, really pleased with my job, with my work here. Really pleased. Really happy with that.
All right, I'm back again to hit you with some knowledge about why men are so terrified right now.
Yeah, I'm filming this right now in the back seat of my Subaru Forester. Yeah. No, that's an Outback, motherfucker. Foresters are for faggots. Okay, cool.
All right, I'm back again to hit you with some knowledge about why men are so terrified right now. Studies have been conducted that women can make babies with other women without men.
Are these studies in the room with us? Show me the studies. Show me the studies. Oh, boo. I thought... Show me the lesbo parents. No. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I need to do a Family Feud shirt. You know, with the X's. Ozempic. This. Jim. Bing, bing, bing. You know, I feel like Gollum. I feel like Gollum. What was it in the... which one was it? I think it was the second one. The second one where he's like, oh, potatoes, right? And he gets the fish. He's like, yeah, I feel like that. I feel like the Gollum's like, he got the fish or the rabbits. Give it to us raw and wriggling. Okay. I got to hear that again. Let's go.
Been conducted that women can make babies
Nope.
with other women
Nope.
without men.
Nope.
Yes, you heard that right.
Nope.
We do not need anything
Yep.
from a man
Yep.
to create a baby.
Yep.
The result?
Nope.
We will only have women children.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
So now let's talk about evolution. Women have had to survive in the society we live in today because of the threats of violence against us.
You mean species have to survive to evolve?
So as we evolve, we become more consciously aware what is actually happening to us in order to survive.
What?
And this deep-rooted consciousness that is happening with women all over the world, and I mean all over the world, is absolutely terrifying to the male species. They have used power and control in order to shut us up and put us in a corner. But what they don't understand is that we are too conscious. We have become too conscious, and you can't take consciousness away from a human.
The actual fuck are you?
Now, in order for the male species to survive, they must evolve too. And this is absolutely terrifying to them because they've lived in the comforts of their safety for so long. And as we bring consciousness to the male species, they now understand that women actually hold all of the power. Women decide whether the universe procreates and continues. So I say all of this to really say it's time to evolve. Each and every one of us. It's time to evolve and make this world a better place.
I already used the no points.
What is the best move to
She wasn't really a woman, so.
Are there any women here today?
But she thinks she's a woman.
Shut up, bitch!
That works. I got another one.
Now, once you've had sex with the woman, she will naturally start to depend on you, okay? All women do this.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
I didn't like him anyway. He wasn't right in the hat.
Well, I could be wrong,
But I
are
believe
all-
diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War.
These all apply.
God damn it, I don't know what it is about your face.
These are great.
But I want to deliver one of these right in your suck hole.
Is there anything I can do to work on that?
No, not really. It's your face.
Those were all great. And I love how those soundboards were just like very explanatory, one after the other. They were all necessary. Okay, well, enjoy the scissoring. I suspect you will never have a child. You could scissor all you want. It's not going to do anything. All right, we got some funny stuff. We got some funny shit. Yeah, I agree. Riley says, funny that she hates men but keeps trying to act like one. Men are not attracted to masculine women. Most women are not attracted to masculine women. It's just, most people just don't, they're not into that. So, what are you talking about? Yeah, men are really afraid of, I don't think anyone has ever been like, I'm afraid of fucking butch lesbians doing what? Yeah, we're afraid of nothing. Nothing. We're not afraid of fucking you. Give me a break. We're so afraid. That's always, they're afraid. They feel vulnerable. They're the ones that are mentally deranged. And it's like, you're projecting your own insecurity and self-hatred onto everyone else. No one is afraid of a butch. No one's afraid of a bull dyke. No one. And there's a reason. Okay. This one's called On Fire. It's funny. Enjoy. Here we go.
What's in the box?
Enjoy. All right. Enjoy.
Have you ever seen someone so retarded that they look like they're on fire? On fire? Yeah. Nah, I can't. You know that type? Oh my God! You know that, like, you're like, oh my. Yeah, like they're in pain. Oh my God, Barry. But there's another version. Have you ever see a dude like so gay in the face? He looked like he got like chromosome damage or some shit. He's just like, like. What's gay face, yo? It's just, you're like, whoa, what the fuck? Tone that down.
It's an evil supervillain, gay face. No, man, you can't say that.
He's so retarded, you think he's on fire? Oh, so gay, he's got chromosome damage. That's so true, but so funny. All right. Funny is funny. Oh, God. Those videos are great. Those great. You can check those guys out. Was it 2 comics on a bench? That's funny shit. All right. Let's do a Swole card, fam. It is gains and tapestries. You know what it's all about. Let's give the Swole card away. We do have a throwback, so let's hit it. Gains and tapestries. Tapestries and gains. Gains and tapestries. G's and T's. T's for me. Boom, boom, bam, 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 bam. All right, today's gains and tapestries. Today's winner is Candyman. 1, 5, 6.
Congratulations!
This is a castle, isn't it?
Do you have tapestries?
There are tapestries.
We have many tapestries.
Now, you don't get this card until we can confirm that you have tapestries. So this is pending. Candyman, do you have any tapestries? Drum roll, please. If you don't have any tapestries, we'll wait, and then we'll confirm with your order number, and then we'll send you this card. No, I'm just kidding. Kind of. We're watching you, though. Don't forget, Papa knows if you have tapestries, and he knows if you don't. So go to papasawyer.com and get a tapestry, you cunt. That kind of rhymes. Anyway, go and get yourself some tapestries to go with your amazing gains and tapestries card. All right, great stuff. Good stuff. Good. Should I do that? Should I hold all the Swole cards hostage? And if you don't buy the tapestry, we'll just hold it. It's a bribe, It's like, yeah, you won the Swole card. If it's a conditional Swole card. Conditional. You can only win cards now. You can only win a card if we can confirm a previous tapestry purchase. I'm just saying,
Then there's something wrong with you. You're certainly not very good.
Just saying. Just saying. It's facts. You guys know it. It's just science. It's science. You guys know this.
Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
All right. If you're struggling with your gains, it's because you don't have any tapestries. Tapestries, easy 1 or 2 pounds of muscle. Easy. You want to hit a PR? Just go and rub the tapestry. You know, kind of like when you hit the sign, you're coming out of the tunnel, like collegiate football or basketball, you hit the sign or you fucking, you know, pound a poster or a quote on the wall. It's like that. Tapestry. Boom, boom. Hit that tapestry. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. All right. Throwback.
Another
Oh, shit.
It pisses me off whenever people see someone being fat, again, having to do with fat people.
Fatty.
Someone is fat. They're not doing anything to lose weight. And then someone comments like, I understand if you have like a health condition, but like, you're just choosing to be unhealthy. It's like, okay. And you vape and smoke and drink.
I'm sorry. No.
I'm not gonna lose weight until you stop smoking. And I'm perfectly healthy. The least healthy thing about me, actually, is the fact that I smoke and vape.
What? the least healthy thing is I smoke vape and I do crystal meth. But that's the only thing. That's the only thing. You're going to get metal poisoning. Look at this thing. Look at this bowl. Look at that shit. What in the fuck is that? You don't want to be mentally healthy if you're doing that to your face. There's degrees to the septum piercing. None of them look good. But if you're going to put a little ring, okay, that's one thing. You're putting something with horns. You have like literally, you decapitated Smog and then just took his horns and just stuck it through your nose. Like, this is insane. Why do they have, you took a harpoon. It's like you went to some sort of whaling exhibit in San Francisco or something, and you stole a harpoon and you welded it together. Like, let me just put these 2 harpoons through my nose. Right? You just like welded harpoon tips. We'll call that the Melville. Right? I know that's niche, but we'll call that the Melville. That's what this is. That's a Melville piercing. That's what we're calling it. All right? That's what we're doing. She got the Melville there. Yep. That's it. That's what we're calling that. It looks like a sea monster fish hook. I'll prove it too. I'll prove it. Whaling harpoon. Yep, that's it. That's it. Let me bring it up on the screen. You know, we really have to. Now we got to get into this a little bit.
Another rant.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's get this. Let's see what we got. Yeah, eesh. Look at that. Fucking Jesus Christ. Look at that.
I got hairy legs.
Told you. There we go. She went to a whaling exhibit. And here, an antique harpoon. There we go. Whaling harpoon. There we go. Look at that. Boom. Told you. Told you. Oh, Papa Swole, that's ridiculous. She doesn't know about whaling. She doesn't know about blubber. Oh, she knows. Oh, she know blubber. Look at that. Yeah, that's legit. Dead on. 100%. She literally just took an antique harpoon. All right, and this is from the Nantucket Historical Whaling Association. The Robert Hellman Whaling and Whalecraft Collection. See? I told you. That pic on the left, the Robert Hellman Whaling and Whalecraft Collection. That's right. I told you. Bingo. Nailed it. Told you. She just put that through her fucking nose. Right there. Just fucking right there. Yep. Do that one. That's it. It's right there. Bam. Let's do 2 of them. Let's put another one right there. Right there. Bam. All right. That was fun. Fucking weirdo. Sea monster fish hook. That's insane. All right. Tainty Man's not impressed. He's half asleep. Church is pawing at me. No one's impressed. Everyone wants to go out and get some sun on their nips because it's beautiful. Go make some gains. Go get some sun. Don't put whale hooks. Don't put whaling hooks. Don't put harpoons in your nose. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Fam, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Come on, let's go. Rally. Swole fam. Go to the fucking gym. All right, hit the like button. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. Tomorrow, we have another amazing show, so be there for 3548. Share the show with your friends. Join us over at swolenormousx.com. If you haven't left a review or a comment or something like that on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please go and do so. Join the fam over at swolenormousx.com and get access to all of our awesome releases. We got the Back to the Fucking Gym flag. We also have tapestries. I don't want to belabor it, but we do. If you don't know what a tapestry is, please go over to papaswole.com and check that out. Greatest Swoleman, dopish, hats, mugs. This is not a mug. Beard oils, dropped them. We got it all. Don't we, Pinkston? Oh, I just dropped it and she freaked out. Fam, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow for the next Mancast. Thanks for being here. Go to the fucking gym. Share the show with your friends, and we'll see you next time. Peace, McGee's, deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies, you children popping.